Sunnybank may be Brisbane's real Chinatown, but honestly, the Chinese population of Brisbane, this is where they come to get their supplies. This is arguably Brisbane's most popular Asian supermarket. We've got Chengzhou, Asia, what's it called? Algesta Asia Mart. Sorry, I just know the Chinese name. And over here we've got a grocer that's got a lot of really authentic Chinese style ingredients. And what I'm going to do today is a bit more of a vlog style video. I'm going to take you inside and show you some products that you might want to know about. You know, you may be sick of the same old stuff that you can get at Coles and Woolies, and you may not even really want to support the Colesworth duopoly. So here's where you can support local businesses, get some really unique and different kind of foods and ingredients. And yeah, so I'll show you around. This is completely unscripted. I'm not sure what I'm going to find in here, although I do shop here regularly. This is actually my suburb, so I know what's inside, but I haven't planned out anything except for one product that I want to give a try. It's something that even to me is a little bit weird, but I'm also going to show you some other things that you might want to know, and some ingredients, especially some of the fresh produce in here, some things you might not actually know what they are, but it'll unlock new dishes that you can prepare at home. So yeah, come with me and we'll take a look around. In the section with lots of different tea ingredients, you've got this. This is osmanthus flower. The town that, when I first moved to China, I lived in a town called Guilin, which is actually named after this because the flower they call guihua. And you add this to your tea, you get this really nice, sweet, flowery kind of flavor. It's very subtle, but really, really nice. Just add it to a regular green tea or even a oolong tea or something like that. Definitely recommended. Also, another favorite from my time in China is these want crackers. They're rice crackers. The cracker is salty, but this kind of white icing stuff on top is sweet. And the combination of salty and sweet is actually, it just works. It's really unique and really, really yummy and very Moorish. So if you come to this market, definitely $7.99 for this massive pack. Look at how big that is. If you're more of a sweet tooth, then these chewy lolly things, I highly recommend. They're really yummy. But the more traditional Chinese sweet would be white rabbit, which are a kind of milky, creamy kind of chewy lolly. Oh my god, I forgot about these. These are so good. These are made from like mung bean. It says green bean, but it's actually mung beans. And it's like this sweet, I don't know how to describe the flavor. Almost, it's not nutty, but maybe a little bit, but really, really unique flavor and unique texture as well. They're kind of like compressed powder, but they melt in your mouth and they are really yummy. But this whole box, $3.29, so cheap. I'm getting those for sure. Hard to film while you're holding a bag. Alright, so I'm in the chip aisle and I'm looking for that flavor. It is a type of Lay's, but not wasabi flavor. But if you're into wasabi, maybe give that a go. There they are. See this? Now this is weird. Cucumber flavored potato chips. I have to try these because I've seen these, I saw them in China, I've seen them here for, all the time. And always wondered, I've always been a bit curious about it. I mean, honestly, cucumber flavored chips, it sounds terrible, honestly, but maybe it's really nice. I like to have an open mind, so gonna give them a go. While I'm at it, roasted cumin lamb skewer flavor. That actually would be really nice. I'm gonna get those too. Another ingredient I'd like to introduce you to is this. It's actually Lee Kum Kee, so it's not like too exotic, but this seasoned soy sauce for seafood. It's not actually just for seafood. I use this a lot when I'm cooking chicken. It goes really, really well with chicken. The flavor is quite different from regular soy sauce. Really, really flavorsome. So I'd recommend giving that a go. There's a whole heap of spices which are really great for cooking, but one I'd really like to introduce to you, if you don't know it already, is this one. Sichuan pepper. So Sichuan is a region in the west of China, southwest China, and this is a really important part of their cooking, which it's a type of peppercorn, but it actually makes your mouth kind of numb and tingly. It's a really unique sensation, really interesting flavor as well. They even have a special word for it, which is ma, which means spicy, but it's a numb kind of spicy, which is different from la, which is the type of spicy you get from chili. But these are really good if you want to cook some really authentic Chinese style dishes that have that numb, tingly kind of spiciness, then you need to get some of these. Always worth Googling some recipes for Sichuan pepper. Like Kung Pao chicken, Gong Bao Jiding. If you're vegan, there are so many types of tofu, but one that you might not have tried or know about is this one, which is like it's almost the texture of custard, and it's got this sweet ginger flavored sauce, which is really quite nice. I just remembered something you really have to try, and that's these pineapple cakes. The brand doesn't matter. I mean, most of the brands taste pretty similar, but these are really good. But just be careful, don't get the one with salted egg. Just get the plain pineapple ones. If you ever have a sore throat, then these are throat lozenges, Wang Lao Ji, really quite effective. I used to live on these when I was teaching in China. Alright, so I got a little bit of a stash here. And by the way, the coolest part of it is that I'm using the business card to pay for it. So if you have supported the channel by buying me a coffee, then this is from you. So thank you very much. Alright, so we're going to head now to the fruit market and take a look at maybe some unique kind of fresh produce items that you may not be familiar with. And one of them is one of my favorite things to cook with. So this here is durian. I'm sure you've heard of durian. Famous for smelling horrible, but tasting not as bad as it smells. And this is jackfruit, which is one of my favorite fruit actually, but it's the kind of thing you either love or hate. That's the price for the jackfruit. Dragon fruit. You might sometimes see these in the supermarkets. They're called longyam, and it means dragon eye. English is just longan. It's just taken from that. These are really nice. It's kind of similar to lychees in terms of the way that they look inside, but very, this is another of my favorite fruit. Really good when they're good, but some of these seem pretty fresh, but not all of them. These two are worth knowing as well. This one's lotus root, and this is wax gourd, apparently, according to this. Both of these are really good in soup. Just slice it up and cook it in a soup. But these are actually really yummy if you slice them and then deep fry them. Really good. But I still haven't shown you my all-time favorite. My all-time favorite is just over at the front here. So let me show you that. Honestly, I don't even know what they're called in English. Maybe garlic shoots? Yeah, we tend to call them garlic shoots, I think. Chinese is suantai. These are really, they've got a unique flavor. It's quite sweet and fresh, but also with a little bit of a garlicky kind of flavor. Really good stir-fried with beef and maybe some of that seafood sauce that I showed you and some chicken stock. All right, so the moment of truth. cucumber flavored potato chips. How are they? I might save them for last because I do want to show you these, what they actually look like. Comes in these tiny little packages that Buddy's very interested in. And that's what you get. Each package has these little cubes. Oh, see the texture? See, it's just basically compressed powder, but love that flavor. Nobody can tell you what the flavor is. You have to taste it yourself. The roasted cumin lamb skewer flavor. Oh wow. Oh wow, bud. I expected like mostly the cumin flavor, but you can actually taste, it tastes like in China by the street side, you get these people that come from like Xinjiang and sort of those northwestern provinces that set up barbecue stands with skewered meat, usually lamb, roasting over coals, and then they scatter cumin and chili, and this tastes like that. That's actually really, really good. My God, roasted cumin lamb skewer flavor. So honestly, if you went to the Asian market, Algesta Asia Market, just for this, it would be worth it, depending on where you've come from, probably. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by them. They didn't know I was doing this. I was half expecting them to kick me out if they saw me. That's why part of the reason I decided to just use my phone to film this one. You really want to try one, don't you? Buddy says it's good too. Okay, now to the weird flavor for the Twisted Visions challenge. This is the something weird that was in my neighborhood. One difference between Chinese potato chips and Australian potato chips is I don't know why, whether they use a different method of sealing, but they're always really, really hard to open the way that we tend to open them, like this, by pulling the edges apart. You kind of have to do it that way, rip down. That's why they've always got the serrated edge at the top. All right, here we go. Cucumber flavored potato chips. Oh wow. They definitely taste like cucumber and potato chips. Is that a good combination? I'm still not sure. All right, well, my answer is no. That's definitely a no. However, the cumin lamb ones, that's a hell yes. The cucumber ones is, I don't think so. Anyway, if you'd like me to explore more different parts of Brisbane in this way, rather than being the, super info-packed kind of thing, more a vlog style thing where I just get out and explore, let me know. If you say, hey, yeah, it was kind of a cool idea to do something different, but don't do it again, then let me know that too, because I aim to please. There are other videos on the channel which are perhaps more informative than this one was. This is one of them, so maybe go and check that out, and I'll see you in the next video. How cute is this watermelon? So tiny.